secretary to please announce your precinct and to confirm your voting strength, and then you tell him what your vote is, yay and nay.
And you can have a split vote, right?
You can have a split vote.
Precinct 2, 4 votes.
Precinct 2, 4 votes. Votes nay.
4 nay. Precinct 3, 7 votes.
This is just on the amendment, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, precinct 3 votes, 7 votes, yes.
Okay.
Precinct,
Yay.
Yay.
precinct 4, 7 votes.
Nay.
We have 7 nay. Precinct 5, precinct 6, 18 votes.
Precinct 6, 18 votes aye.
Okay.
Yay and nay sounds too much to lie.
We'll say yes.
Yes.
I have to get the affirmative.
The affirmative column.
Affirmative.
Precinct 7, 11 votes.
Precinct 7, how many votes?
11.
11 votes. You get 11 votes.
Yays.
Okay.
11.
Precinct 10, 8
Let me,
votes.
well, hold on, qualification. Precinct 7 has the voting strength of 11.
11, I thought it was just 7.
Well,
11,
look at that democracy in action.
Precinct 10.
Precinct 10, 8 votes.
8 votes yay.
Precinct 11, 2 votes.
Precinct 11, 2 votes yay.
Precinct 14 is 13 votes.
Precinct 14, 13, yay.
I confirm yay.
Yay. Yes.
Yes.
Precinct 16, 27 votes.
4 yay, 3 nay. Would you get 27?
27 votes.
You have to divide it out. Wait, come back to her, she needs a calculator.
Okay.
Yeah, they told me that you would take care of that.
I like it. You got it?
We have, say again,
It would be 4 yay.
4 27s and 3 27s.
That's 15.
4 over 7 times 27.
It's 15.
Where's the other vote come from? No, we already had her in that, 6. She was in the 6.
I know, but I have more than just one vote.
Pardon?
No. There was Jerry and you 2, that's 3.
Why don't we go on and let them deal with it?
Precinct 8, we'll come back. Precinct 18, 2 votes. I can have that.
Precinct 18, 2 in the affirmative.
2 in the affirmative. Okay, wrong.
Yeah.
It's 5 and 2.
No,
It's 16 and 11.
it's 4. No, it's 4 and 2, which is 18 for and
No, it's
9
4 and
against.
2. I thought you said 3 and 4.
There's 6 votes, or 6 people here.
Okay.
4 in favour, 2 against. So it's 18 yay and 9
Nay. Got it. All right. Change the odds on people.
Okay, precinct 19, 7 votes.
3.5 for, 3.5 against.
You can do the math.
Precinct 20 is 16 votes.
Precinct 20, 16 votes, 5 and 1/3 yay, 10 and 2/3 nay.
That's where it works.
Madam Chair, I can affirm that without doing the math.
Yes.
The ayes have it.
Thank you very much. The ayes have it on the amendment to allow activated or voice activated texting while driving. Back to the main motion, which has to do with banning texting while driving. Is there any discussion? Good. All those in favor of the resolution with the amendment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no.
No.
Please record there was a no.
So now you want to poll it? Was
I
that
don't think we need a poll, the guys have it.
Was it one district?
It was one person. She has those 3 or 4 votes.
Yeah.
And the next resolution.
Okay.
That wasn't that fun.
Number 8.
my goal was to get out of here by 11:30. We're going to do it? Probably.
This one is entitled Smart Meters. I'm putting down that you submitted it.
Okay.
All right.
What's the title?
Smart Meters.
Smart meters.
Whereas smart meters are dangerous, unsafe, radiation-emitting devices that are being forced on the unknowing public, many times without permission, by utility companies, causing possible health and environmental hazards and higher energy bills, and whereas smart meters are a threat to freedom, as they intrude on privacy, tracking citizens' movements and exact electrical device usage in homes, enabling the utility company regulated by the government to not only monitor movement but to ration electricity at whim. Therefore, be resolved that the Party of Texas opposes the mandated use of smart meters and rejects any attempt on the part of utility companies to monitor movement and ration electricity to our homes.
Could we have a short version of that, please?
Against smart meters.
Smart meters kill you and allow the government to see what you're doing.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor of the
I'd like to speak against it.
I think it needs to be clarified in what it means.
I was hoping to slip that right by.
I think this is a, I'm speaking against it, everyone wants to speak in favour of it first.
Now, what does it do?
It monitors how much electricity goes through your house,
Okay, to monitor the electricity goes in there.
so that they can possibly cut it off at some point if you need to, or whatever.
Yes, it gives the government control over your own regulating your home when it comes to the use of electricity, and would allow the government to cut it off if it chose to, or whatever. Chances are it's not going to increase it, but would allow government control over your electricity usage. And it's being imposed in many places across the country.
I'd like to speak against it.
Okay.
I think that the first paragraph of this is mostly garbage and exhibits a high level of paranoia. First of all, smart meters are totally safe. They do not emit any more radiation than anybody's cell phone in this room. And they don't add to your electric bill. In fact, they probably lower your electric bill. They were originally introduced over the last 20 to 30 years by the utility companies, primarily to save money, because they no longer have to pay some union guy to come and look at your meter every time they want to bill you. The whole point of these was that they could monitor use and bill you without having to get a person involved. Some of them are actually linked all the way back, and they can check your meter from the office. Others, they drive a truck down the road, and as it goes by, it sends a little signal that triggers the meter to send back the reading, and that's how it works. There is a second issue in here which really needs to be separated out and written much better, which is we don't want I mean, there's no problem in my mind that they monitor your gross electricity use, but in terms of monitoring individual devices and all that, that's where you need to draw the line. And this is badly written, and really, I would go in favour.
Why didn't you change it?
Because I didn't write the thing, and we were trying to get out of here by 11.
Is there anybody to speak for it?
No, I'm not speaking for it, but I do have, I guess,
Comment?
a point of interest or something to that degree. I don't think the meter itself does what it's saying that it's doing. I don't think the meter can actually, look at other devices within your house. So this is kind of a paranoid, a group of people kind of paranoid that the CIA is taking over the electric company, and this is, and these meters are just all they are. It's just electric meters. That's all they are. They're just now there is it is possible for the company, you know, they could be sitting in their office and click on the computer and see what your wattage is through these smart things. But again, I just did not see this as being. This is an electric company. This is not the government necessarily.
I have another comment. It's not just electric. Tri-Water uses it also. So it's not just electric.
The water and the gas companies use it as well.
Nigel, why did you
Yes.
Okay, the motion on the floor is to what?
Is there an amendment to that?
Therefore, what is it? Is it I'm confused on where we're going with it. Is it for or against the meters?
This resolution is
against the meters.
It is against the meters, okay. Any more comment? Do you want to hear the resolution one more time?
Yes,
Are you clear about what it says?
No. Yes.
You're clear?
No.
Okay. Gosh, we have a divided house.
Well, we could just amend it or come up with something different.
Would you just read it, the primary text, the first part and the last part, nothing in the middle?
Okay.
Can we do that?
Yeah, whereas smart meters are dangerous, unsafe radiation emitting devices.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the part that needs to be amended.
All right.
I make a motion to amend the resolution
Okay.
to eliminate the, whatever those paragraph numbers are,
Paragraph.
number,
Paragraph 1.
paragraph,
Well, there's two paragraphs before the resolution.
okay.
I mean, really, it's badly written, and really somebody needs to sit down and come up with something better
So we'll just.
rather than trying to do it
Wait,
here.
just
Go
hold
on.
it down and let somebody get.
Yeah, we'll look down and then let's.
Right,
go on.
that was my inclination. You did that?
No, it has to be done today.
Right.
Actually, the resolution committee could have changed it and then presented it that way. If you were going to change it real quick, how would you say it? I've got to pass this, the body has to either yay or nay as it is, and it gets passed from that point. I can't change it after the fact, legitimately.
My inclination is just to vote against it for right now.
Yeah.
I could come up with something, but
Change it next year.
right.
I move for a vote.
Okay, all those, if you all understand what we're doing here, all those in favor say aye. Opposed, no.
Nay.
Favor of that resolution.
The resolution's failed. Go on.
All right.
I don't know if that was really what y'all want to do, but it sounds like it.
Okay, resolution number 9, entitled Yes to Raw Milk.
Yes, to
What is
what?
it?
Raw milk.
Oh, raw.
Raw milk.
R-A-W.
In other words, the right to sell raw milk.
Whereas milk,
Unpasteurized.
whereas milk is a fundamental element of human health, and whereas Texans can buy unpasteurized, unhomogenized milk from cows and goats that are raised on pasture-based farms, whereas consumers' choices are limited by regulations that limit sales to the point of production, and whereas this regulation burdens consumers and penalizes family farmers, whereas to buy raw milk, individuals have to drive out to the farm, which may be hours away, and therefore be it resolved that the sale of raw dairy products by licensed farmers directly to consumers off the farm, including the farmers' markets and private drop points, be made legal. Therefore, be it further resolved that the legislature to provide consumers with the choice and farmers with the economic opportunity to buy and sell raw milk.
Is there any discussion?
I want to speak against.
For the for the farmers to buy and sell raw milk, is that what the license is?
Right now,
Wait a minute, are you going to speak for or against?
I was just trying to
Clarify.
clarify.
Okay.
Right now, there's been cases in California where people producing yogurt using unpasteurized milk have been put out of business by the government in California because they're not using pasteurized milk. Also, Louis Pasteur was a French guy.
I'm going to let you speak anyway, Ginger. Go ahead.
Is anybody speaking for?
I don't know if that was for or.
The current law for unpasteurized milk has been in place for many years, and the reason you go to the farm is that you see the conditions at the farm, you have it under your control, and it is temperature controlled or whatever you do with it. If it gets into farmers markets, it adds a whole nother dimension of uncertainty as to how it's handled, and because it's a very fragile product, it's better to be, the consumer be able to buy it, but that they buy it with full knowledge and control of the product.
Could I like to, in
For?
favor, yes. My understanding of there's a couple of issues. One dealing with the raw milk. I'm not sure about the farmers markets, but I do know the Obama administration has wanted to limit through the FDA. They've been trying to push some regulations through the FDA that you can't sell it at all, unpasteurized milk whatsoever. It would be like if you could go your neighbor, you sell it some the unpasteurized milk to your neighbor, or you go to a farm and you buy it yourself, and it's the exchange between. They want to eliminate all of that. They want to eliminate.
your cow.
Yeah, they're wanting to eliminate any kind of selling of it. They're saying it's unsafe. Now, it may be unsafe. I don't know, but what they're wanting to do is they're wanting to eliminate the actual selling of this, even to your friends, relatives, whatever. on top of that, and, through the FDA and some regulations through the FDA. And I think that's why it's been pushed here. Now, I
So
haven't
you're in favor of a
I am
consumer
favorable.
choice,
I think
basically.
you should have a choice.
The point of order is that the current state law in the state of Texas allows unpasteurized milk to be sold at the farm, and that is the appropriate, safest way to do it.
Yep.
If you're talking nationally, I mean, that's the point, but I don't think it needs to be brought into another level out of the control.
I don't think that's where it's going. I think it's,
That's the
resolution.
That's the resolution. The resolution is introducing a third party to handle it as opposed to the consumer purchasing it from the farmer.
Is that what the resolution says?
Yes, point of
There, it says resolve the sale of raw dairy products by licensed farmers directly to consumers off the farm, including at farmers markets and private drop points, be made
Yes.
legal. So that is different from the current law that only allows it at the farm.
Right.
So
It's allowing retailers.
would you agree to scratch the farmer's market? and
If you
local-
take that out, you're just repeating the existing
You're
law.
repeating the law that's in place
Okay.
now.
Behind you, Sue.
What is a licensed farm?
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
Does anyone know the answer to that question here?
He has a special driver's license on the back, so it's his license to farm.
Well, you've heard the yay and the nay, and there were good points
Just
made.
clarification here. It doesn't sound to me like it's introducing a third party, it's allowing the farmer to take it somewhere else.
Right.
It's not,
Like to the
it's
farmer's
not,
market.
yeah, it's not taking,
Or
introducing a
farm-
Taking it
retailer
off
or a
the
third
farm.
party. It's saying that farmer can take it somewhere else to sell it. Am I correct? No?
But there's
That's
also-
my
Yes.
understanding.
There's also a paragraph or a statement in there that says that at farmer's market and other, could you please repeat just the portion of farmer's market from there on?
But at the farmer's market, you lose control of the temperature of the product.
Right.
That's true.
We've
It's just a
worked
point of
30 years in the dairy
clarification.
Well, I'm not arguing that way, I'm just, it's not introducing a third party into the situation.
But just a point of clarification.
Well, it's losing control of the temperature and quality of the product at the farmer's market.
Well, assuming they have electricity and you can plug your cooler in.
There's a whole lot more to it than that with raw milk.
Yeah, there's a little micro organism.
Something called TVs.
Yeah. All right, but you all understand the resolution? I'm going to close the debate. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no?
No.
The resolution did not pass, failed.
All right. Incidentally, does Obamacare cover diseases from drinking water?
One more resolution.
Resolution number 10.
How many?
Text, this is to do with what's known as the United Nations Agenda 21. Texas opposition to United Nations Sustainable Development and all entities involved in implementation of such programs. Whereas the United Nations Agenda 21 is a comprehensive plan of extreme environmentalism, social engineering and global political control that was initiated at the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, UNCED, held in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil 1992, and, that's 20 years ago, whereas the United Nations Agenda 21 is being covertly pushed into local communities through the United States of America, through the International Council of Local Environmental Initiatives, through local sustainable development policies such as Smart Growth, Wildlands Project, Resilient Cities, Regional Visioning Projects, and other green or alternative projects. There was a whole lot of inverted commas all through that. Whereas this United Nations Agenda 21 plan of radical so-called sustainable development views the American way of life of private property ownership, single-family homes, private car ownership, and individual travel choices, and privately owned farms, all as destructive to the environment. And whereas, according to United Nations Agenda 21 policy, social justice is described as the right and opportunity of all people to benefit equally from the resources afforded us by society and the environment, which would be accomplished by socialist/communist redistribution of wealth. And whereas, according to United Nations Agenda 21 policy, national sovereignty is deemed a social injustice, now therefore be resolved, the Republican Party of Texas recognizes the destructive, insidious nature of United Nations Agenda 21 and hereby exposes to the public and public policy makers the dangerous intent of the plan, and therefore be it further resolved that the US government and no state or local government is legally bound by the United Nations Agenda 21 treaty, in that it has never been endorsed by the US Senate, and therefore be it further resolved that the federal and state and local governments across the country be well informed of the underlying harmful implications of implementation of United Nations Agenda 21 destructive strategies for sustainable development, and we hereby endorse rejection of its radical policies and rejection of any grant monies attached to it, and therefore be it further resolved that upon the approval of this resolution, the Republican Party of Texas shall deliver a copy of this resolution to each of the Republican members of the Texas House and Senate and all Republican candidates running for office in the state of Texas. So moved.
Requiring no second, is there a discussion? All those in favor of the resolution, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Resolution passes.
Okay,
Does that conclude your report?
Concludes the reports of the Resolutions Committee. Thank you for your participation. This, in fact, really is an example this morning of grassroots empowerment in the state of Texas through the Republican Party. We are able to, take these issues to the convention for the platform, and we're able to elect delegates who believe the way we do philosophically in our area to the convention to represent us. And it really is truly a wonderful grassroots activity, I believe. That is the end of the reports. Is there any other business to come before this convention? Any announcements that someone would like to make? Let me just say, how many people are attending this convention for the first time in Titus County? I just want to see your hands. Great, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to also call attention to Mary Hightower. She is the youngest one in this room. It would be nice to see. It would be nice to see other people her age pay attention. But she got her. I guess, I don't even know how to say it, but she got excited about politics because she was able to go to Washington for a little while and spend some time in Congressman Hall's office working for him. And it gave her an eye-opening look at what politics is all about, and I think put the bug in her. I think she'll never leave it. So, yes, Judy.
I would like to personally invite any nice Republican lady here today.
And the other ones are supposed to stay home?
Well, any Republican woman today to come this afternoon to our spring membership tea and style show. It's going to be out at the lake at Barbara Goolsby's house, which is a sight to see on its own. And the fashion show will be a sight to see on its own. And there'll be there'll be a nice tea. What am I saying? It's not lunch, but it's tea in the afternoon.
Light refreshments.
Light refreshments, and a wonderful afternoon. So please feel free to come. It's from 2:30 to 4:30. If you need directions, I can help you with that. And if you have a little girlfriend you want to bring with you who's like-minded and you would like to have her a part of the Republican grassroots process, please bring them along.
Is there a cost to this event?
It is free. We just want you there.
Right.
Does your girlfriend have to be from Titus County?
No. In fact, it's sponsored by the Republican Women of Northeast Texas, and we cover six counties. So if she's within the 6th county, we'd like to have her anyway, if she's not.
Any other announcements? Yeah.
Miss Edie, well, how long have you been in Mount Pleasant?
Me?
Yes.
About 12 years.
I'm new here, about 10 years, and I would like to thank all of the many people here that you've worked hard, spent a lot of time getting the ideas of the Republican Party going in this county. And I'm not going to name the names because I really don't know a lot of people here. But thank you for your effort. But I would like to specifically, thank you for the time that you've been here. I mean, I've been in different places and different times. you know, you live your life and coming down the home stretch, you know, you live your life, you get your career, the stages, you retire, you die, you know, you go, you're gone. But as you go through life, you recognize that there are people that are putting their efforts on the line for what the principles of this country stand for, and upon which the principles of this country was founded. And I believe that we represent, our ideas represent those principles.
Absolutely.
And I really would like to thank you. I've told you personally on one or two occasions, and I thank your husband as well, you know, for the time and the effort. Because, and it's not just the time and the effort, because this drains on you. All you people, and I see your pictures in the paper, you know, and, you go on the line, you go down, you fight for the right voting procedures and so forth. You got the brain power and the interest and the dedication to do this, which you know, most of us here don't, okay? So you're really fighting the fight, okay, for what this country stands for. And I think we all fear for our country at this point. You know, our country is at a crossroads here. The character and the morality of this country has dipped, you know, so far since I, you know, started teaching, you know, 44 years ago. All right, and you see what things are going on, and you just say to yourself at night, I just sit there and I read about these things, and I nearly come to tears and cry, because how can these things happen? But you go back and you read about the history in the Bible and so forth, you know, they've been happening forever. Okay? I mean, every 20 seconds, how can we take a life, an innocent life, and shuffle them down the toilet like they don't count? How can we do that and sit by and say, hey, this is okay? And so we're at a crossroads, but really thank you, Sue, for taking the time.
Your compliments and your comments, and I'm also honored to be chairman of the Titus County Republican Party. I've seen a tremendous growth in interest in conservative philosophy, and for that I'm very grateful. But it's not just me, it's all of you, and it's all of us working together. I have an incredible executive board. We have a few extra seats, but really we have an incredible executive board that plans the direction of what we're going to do, and I think we've done a fairly good job in the last several years. And we're going to go further. We're going to elect some more Republicans to office to help our local community. With that being said, if I hear no other business, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Is there a second? Okay. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you so much for coming.